All right, guys, today I have bought a 1985 Bass Tracker. Found it on Facebook, $2,000. The guy I bought it from was actually nice enough to bring it to the shop, so I didn't even have to go get it, which is nice. And he said the motor ran last year. You always want to do a compression check on these engines before you buy them, which I didn't do, but I think it's going to run. This boat was built in 1985, which was the year I was born, so it was meant to be. Today I'm just going to be going through everything, seeing what I need to get ordered. Probably going to replace the carpet on it. I'm not 100% sure yet. We want to get the motor fired up today, if possible, because that's a big deal. And we're going to flip this thing and get it out the door. But let's get to it. All right, first thing, this motor, for being 40 years old, actually looks pretty good. The decals are still in pretty good shape. There's no big gouges anywhere. Got some pretty neat hydraulics on it. There's a little dirt in the P-hole. All right, let's check the transom. Don't see any wiggling, so that's good. Everything actually looks pretty decent on it. It don't look like it's been rednecked with or anything like that, so that's always a good thing. The prop doesn't have any play in it. It actually is in pretty good shape. It's probably the original prop, but we definitely need to grease everything up on this engine. And I'm gonna show you around the boat real quick, and then we'll do a compression check on it and try to get this thing fired up. Hopefully the water pump works so I don't have to drop this foot. That would be awesome. The console is not in the greatest shape. It's got some cracks in it, but this is fiberglass. I can fix all this, and then we're gonna sand it and then repaint this. I don't know what that is. Let's hide that back there. It's got a very expensive garment on here. I wonder if this works. Hey, there we go. Got us a free fish finder. Bass Tracker. Steering wheel's not that bad. This little panel right here is broke, but I've got a plastic welder that we can fix this. So we're gonna fiberglass all this and then repaint it. I went ahead and actually ordered another decal for this ahead of time when I knew I was gonna buy it. So we'll get all this shined up, put your new decal on here. It's gonna look good. We got a few leaves in our trolling motor, but this is a newer Motor Guide trolling motor. I've actually bought 3 or 4 of these to put on other projects. They actually work pretty good. It's a little 12-volt trolling motor. It's all you need for this, really. Motor Guide. Well, I found the first thing that don't work. Our trim button on the front does not work. This right here is actually for your trolling motor. I charged the batteries overnight, so let's see if the trolling motor actually works or not. All right, on. We got trolling motor, guys. Well, that's good. I don't have to buy one of those. I don't know if I can let this down or not without it hitting. I doubt it, but it doesn't look like this arrow moves with the trolling motor, so we're just gonna call this decoration because I'm not even gonna try to fix that. When he backed this boat in here, I did notice the trailer lights work, so we don't have to mess with that. Look at the size of this winch. A little bit of overkill. They put an electric winch on this thing. It's got ports here that you can plug stuff into. Wonder how much that costs. It does come with a spare tire, but it's flat. It may can just be aired up. I don't know. We'll try it and see. You can see like the decals on the sidewalls. They're still in really good shape. I don't see any like major dents or anything like that on it. Let's see what all else we got in here. Look at these seats. Got dang armrest on them. Now that is fancy. May have to keep these. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, popper. Got some butt connectors. Keep those. Hey, we got 2 free quarts of Quicksilver. Gonna need that. Seats are in pretty good shape. They just need cleaned up. I'm not buying on new seats. What's in this? I think this is like, yeah, this is for the winch on the front. Got an extra plug in here, rag. It's got a pretty big live well in it. This lid on the live well is, I may can fix this. Why would they put a plastic lid in like the most traveled spot of the boat? Explain that to me. On this side, hey, uh-oh. It don't work very good. Uh-oh, I think I just broke it. Well, whatever. Got a, what is this? Got a little whopper plopper before they was whopper ploppers. Air horn. Jesus. Bigger air horn. Definitely need that. Dirt dauber nest. This seat looks good too. The controls look in good shape. Trim works. Whoa, hey. Got a big old gallon of Quicksilver. That's what I'm talking about. Ear muffs. Marine. What is this? Power steering. Spray adhesive. 2 whistles. Got a free life jacket. There's a fire extinguisher under here. Wires everywhere. I'll have to clean that up. Leaves. There's not any play in the steering. And here we got another kid's life jacket. Oh, my God, come on. Got a semi-cracked paddle. Let's see what's in this box. Whoa, hey. Got all kind of life jackets. Got a light for the back. We need to check that out. Another life jacket. Another life jacket. How many life jackets do we got? Yeah. Well, we got our money back in life jackets, guys. Ugh. Everything under there looks pretty clean. That looks like a strap for the trolling motor. Hey, front light. All right, well, let's check the lights out and see if they work. Fingers crossed. Hey, these are some nice life jackets. They may have been afraid this boat was going to sink. It's not good. All right. My fancy clip back on here. There we go. All right, let's test the lights out. Ugh. This one may be the original light to the boat because it's pretty heavy and this one's really light, but this one looks newer, so it may work. All right, plugged in. Let's see. Lights. Nope. Hey, it works. These front ones are usually the ones that don't work. Let's see. Maybe I gotta press another button. Hold on. Is it working? Hey, we got lights. I can't believe it. Ugh. Good. So the winch works, the light works, the trolling motor works, the front trim switch doesn't work. I need to be writing this down. All right, let's see what else works. Wonder what this button does. Hey, we got LEDs. Look at this. Blue LEDs. This button down here. Fancy. Let's open this compartment. We have pumps. Let's see if they work. Let's see, ACC. I don't know what that does. Aerator. Aerator works. Bilge pump. Bilge pump works. So we got pumps. I'm definitely gonna have to do something with this lid because it's a little soft, but all the other lids feel good. All the flooring feels good right here. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to take this thing out on the water. All the floors seem pretty solid. Yeah, check this chair out. Armrest. Yeah, I'm taking this thing out. I'm definitely gonna have to move this foot controller because I can't even get to it. I need to put it like right over here. Well, all right, let's break into the motor. Maybe it'll run. The tires look pretty newer, so I ain't gonna have to buy that. And then the trailer is actually in pretty good shape. Needs cleaned up. I don't see any big dents or anything. I don't think this boat was used that much. I'm gonna have to go to the parts store and get some aluminum cleaner, get this thing looking brand new, you know, so. Let's dive into this motor. Whew. All right, let this motor down and check the compression and see what kind of mess I got myself into here. Oh, doesn't have a trim switch on the motor. Let's pop it up. There's water in the foot. Well, all right, let's pop this bad boy off here. It hasn't got below freezing here this year, so maybe that ain't no problem. All right. Fuel filter looks pretty cruddy. Here's one of these little fuel filters. Smells pretty good. It's not a lot of junk in there. Maybe a little bit. I'm gonna clean that out. There we go. Little bit of gunk in the bottom. Pretty clean. That's a good sign. All right. A little bit of gunk in here. The O-ring still looks pretty good. All right, let's put this back on there. Get the O-ring set back in there. All right. All right. That's in. Let me get a flashlight. It is actually pretty clean in here. Carburetors are not locked up. Doesn't look like it's been leaking. The carburetors look like they're in good shape. But you can never go by that. Maybe we don't have to pop those suckers off because I have to take this whole top off. I mean, there's no corrosion on the coils and all this wiring looks pretty good. I don't see any burnt wires or anything. This thing may run. I'm definitely gonna have to adjust this P line because I don't know how much dirt is in there. Feels pretty hard. While I'm down here, I might as well go ahead and grease all these fittings up. There we go. Of course, I got grease all over me. Let's pop this top off here. Jesus, gonna need a screwdriver. Come on. Ugh. There we go. All right. Hey, she's not locked up. Sweet. This motor is actually really clean. Now I can get to that water line somehow. Ugh. All right, let's check this compression. We'll start with the top. Uh-oh. Come on. Of course, I'd drop it right in the bottom. There we go. Auto light. These spark plugs look brand new. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. They could have replaced them because it was not running good. Or they could have just done a maintenance on it, which is the theory I'm going to go with. This is a compression gauge. You can get one of these like on eBay for, 15, 20 bucks, something like that. So it's worth having. Screw it in the hole and just get it all the way up to your O-ring. All right, with this motor, we're gonna be shooting around the 90 PSI range. If we can get to that, we got a winner. All right, now your safety switch here, you can just like pop that down and then the motor won't fire. We can just run it over, so. Let's see what we got. Sounds pretty good. On this one, we're about 110, so perfect. It has a little button on here where you can release the pressure. So this hole is good. We'll just put these brand new spark plugs back in here. Yeah, these are all brand new plugs here. They just did a service on this, guys. That's what we're gonna go with. Same thing, we're at 110. Oh yeah. Come on now. 2 more. Oh, how I'm gonna get to that bottom plug? That thing's way down in there. That one's about 115. I'm gonna have to get a wrench to get that one out. 13, 16. Gonna have to take my gauge apart to get the thing in there. Can't get my big old mitts in there. Well, this bottom plug's not getting checked because I'm not taking this bottom cowl off to get to this. So with all the other holes being 110, 115, I think that one's gonna be fine. The plug came out crystal clean, so we're gonna call that one good. You cannot win them all. Man, who designed this? Let's put the plug way down there so you can't even get to it. There we go. All the plug wires look good, so. Here's my water line. Yeah. Here's my P line. I don't know if you can see in there, but it's got dirt all the way up in there. Great. I need a piece of wire. Get my little wire tool and run through here. I don't think it went all the way up through the motor, but that feels pretty clean. Let me get me a zip tie running through there. If you're gonna let these motors sit out in the weather, you need to get you a piece of wire or something and plug that hole up. That way this won't happen. There we go. Get my little scope and run up in there and see what I can see. I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't look like it's full of dirt, so we're gonna put the hose back on here and hope for the best. There we go, we got the water line back on. Didn't break nothing, so that's a win. We got about a little less than half a tank and it looks pretty clean, so may try to crank on this thing and see what happens. Let me get my motor in some water and then we'll try to fire it up. I don't like to use those earmuffs. I usually put it in a tub like this. All right, let's fill the tub up with water. Let's let this fill up and then we'll prime it and see if it'll crack off. All right, she's full with water. Do we think this water pump's gonna work? Please work. I don't feel like dropping that foot. Let me get this gas line primed. All right, I can hear the gas in there. Let's try her out. Here we go. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. What we got going on here, huh? We got fuel. Maybe she may be cold-blooded. That is not good, guys. Don't sound like we're getting spark. I know we're getting fuel. Okay. Not good. Do a quick check on some stuff. You see right here, there's a couple connectors right there that I'm not so sure about. So I'm gonna replace that one too. So let's replace these and try it again. Yeah, that would have been way too easy for it to fire up right there. Way too easy. Start eliminating crap. I seen this one connector earlier, but you can't never tell. Sometimes it'll run with that, sometimes it won't. Okay, that one looks good. This one looks good. This one's kind of iffy. I'm gonna go ahead and just replace this one too. While I'm here doing it, I need to check my grounds. Check my grounds, check a couple of fuses. It ran last year, guys. So it's just got to fire right up here in a minute. Yep. Okay. I'm not sure if I believe this guy anymore. Maybe the reason we got new spark plugs. Something's not running right. Okay. All these look good. I don't see any burnt wires anywhere. No. That. My grounds are tight. All right. What is these wires? Here's a fuse right here. Thing looks all mangled together. Okay. Still let down. The fuse is good. You don't need no butt connectors, guys. Just tie them together, you know. Let's put some butt connectors on these. Yeah. Give me some waterproof ones. While we're doing this, start eliminating one thing after the other. Something's got to work eventually. You know what? Freaking been doing all this. I didn't plug my safety switch back up at the controller. No freaking wonder it's not firing. My God. How come nobody told me I didn't plug this back up? My gosh. Well, it'll probably fire now. I'm still going to go through it and fix all these connections so we don't have no fire. I was putting the cart before the horse here. My gosh. Dummy. Yeah, it ain't going to run if you have that safety switch disengaged. You know what I'm saying? Man, yeah, those ain't going to short out now. I was wondering what was going on because everything looked like it was going to fire right off. Let's check. I got a little fuse in here. Let's check it. That looks good too. Still nothing. Let me prime my gas again. We got gas. I may have flooded the sucker. Hey. Oh. Oh, she's about to fire. That is a quiet motor. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on now. Come on now. She's running. That thing is quiet. Come on now, it's not peeing no water. It's not peeing water, guys. Now, let me blow on that. Not peeing water. Hey, it sounds pretty good though. All right, I'm gonna kill it. I don't want to run it too long without. She's a smoker. We got her fired up, guys. Yeah. Water pump is not pumping. I'm going to take a piece of wire. I took this hose off. I'm going to run this wire up through the outlet here. See if I can feel a blockage. Yeah, it's not going. Hey, there it goes. May have been a dang dirt dabber worm in there or something. All right, let's try that. It ran last year, so I think the water pump's good. I mean, should be good anyways, but it may not be. I don't want to run it too long without that water pump. All right, let's try it again. Tell me if it starts peeing water out there. Here we go. Come on now. Hey, there's smoke coming out of that now. Come on now. Come on, pee. Uh-oh. Some water droplets. There we go. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, she's hot. Come on now. Yes. Hey, he's peeing good. I'm gonna let that run for a little bit, I think. Get everything heated back up here. That motor is really quiet. Oh yeah, we got a runner, guys. Oh yeah, it's getting cooler now. It actually sounds really good. She's just a little bit cold-blooded, you know. Man, yeah. I don't hear no knocking. Y'all can keep them 4-strokes. I love that smell. Man. Let's put it in gear. Oh yeah. Forward, reverse. Sounding good. Man, that thing's smoking. Now, will she fire right back up, you ask? Let's see. Man, yeah, like a champ. We got a runner, guys. Sounds really good. Just a little cold-blooded on the start, you know, but after that, like any two-stroke, you get them started up, they're gonna run all day. Man, yeah. All right, I went and got some 93 octane run through here. Whoa. About 3 ounces per gallon. 1, 3. There we go. That's about 6 ounces. Close enough. Just gonna run this through here. Usually I'd put some like non-ethanol through these, but probably run it from now on, but the store I went to didn't have no non-ethanol, so we're going from premium. If I can get this in here without, I wonder how many gallon tank this is. Probably a 5-gallon tank. It's 2 gallon. This will be enough to do what I'm doing with it. Whoa, okay. Spill it all over it. Get that battery cleaned off good, so. We are about 3/4 of the way full. That'll be enough. Be enough to go take this baby out and catch some big old bass in it. All right, I got a little thing I want to fix, and then I'm probably just going to run this for a while. I don't know if you ever use this stuff, but I went by Napa and they got this, I don't even know what it is, some kind of aluminum cleaner. This is some good stuff. About to spray this sucker down, see if it'll shine it up. But first, I went and got a toggle switch. I'm gonna try to fix that front trim switch, because that's the only thing that don't really work on here. And it's gonna bug me, so. But if this don't work, I'm just gonna leave it. I don't know about y'all, but I am glad that water pump is working good. I just knew I was gonna have to drop that foot. It had those new spark plugs in it, so maybe. All right, I got the wrong dang switch. Got the wrong switch. I got a 2-prong switch and I need a 3-prong switch. Let's see if it'll work. Just rub these wires together. Just rub all 3 of these wires together. Nothing's working. Nothing is working, okay. Let me go check my fuses. It may just be a fuse, you never know. That one's good. This wiring's all cobbled together in there. It may just not work. All my fuses are good. It has an inline fuse right here, but that goes to your depth finder. There's a couple wires under here that's cut. Huh. Let me go get a 10 amp fuse and put in there. Probably not gonna work. I've got this new switch anyways. I'll go ahead and put it in there because I don't take anything back to the store. I just keep everything. Well, just forget that, because this ain't gonna work anyways, because I got a dang on and off switch, and it needs to be a dang, like a chicka toggle style switch, which this switch sounds, I don't know. I'm bumping all these wires together and ain't nothing happening. Just forget it. We're just not gonna have a trim switch up here. You don't need it anyways, you know. Just have to jump back through the boat and trim it up like that, you know. I'm probably just, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and gonna take this off because I'm probably gonna paint it. Let's go ahead and take it off. Put the caps back on your wires so we don't short nothing out. Come on. There we go. Let me get some silver or chrome paint and paint this thing. This little dial for your trolling motor, I don't think it's going to work with that one anyway, because this is probably came with like the original trolling motor, but we'll leave it on here because it's cool looking. Shove all that back down in there, and we will repaint this. I actually think I have some silver paint somewhere. Let's throw all of that up there so I'll lose it. Do y'all think I need to redo the carpet on this? Probably so. It would look a lot better anyways. All right. See if we can paint this real quick. We don't need these wires anymore. Probably don't need that either. I got some 320 grit. Get this thing nice and leveled up again. That Bass Tracker emblem will stay in there because it's made into it. So get this thing painted up again. Look brand new. You're never going to find these parts. You just got to fix what you got, you know. Since they got those new plastic welders out, I have saved so many things. This console, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some straps and like strap it all back together, get on underneath and re-fiberglass it. Then I can just grind this and Bondo it and sand it and paint this whole unit here. That's what I'm thinking anyways. You're never gonna find that console, so you're just gonna have to fix it. At least they made it out of fiberglass. There we go. Let's see what kind of paint I can find. We're gonna paint it with something. Got some black, gold, flat deep forest green, gloss navy, primer. May just paint it black. Hey, never mind, I found some aluminum paint. There we go. Little primer. There we go. Let that dry. Where's my heat gun? Bass Tracker. Spray it with this aluminum. Resist corrosion and abrasion. Oh yeah. That looks brand new now. Get this dry and we'll put one more coat on it. Call it good. I'm not trying to make this boat perfect, just you know, bring it up to date a little bit. Back to the 21st century, you know. When you get 40 years old, you gotta have some upgrades, you know. I'm gonna take the pressure washer and go over it real quick, and I'm gonna spray that aluminum cleaner on it, see what we can come up with. I aired up that spare tire and I got a little water on it just then. Don't think that's gonna work. Not a good seal on that, so crap. This aluminum cleaner says mixed with 30 to 40 parts water. And may just do a little extra, you know. Yeah, that'll get it clean. I don't know who makes this stuff, but it sure is good stuff. Uh-oh, got no water. Basically just spray it on there and let it sit for about 3 or 4 minutes and then just hose it off really, really good with some water. That's all you gotta do. Shake it up a little bit. Ugh. Pump it up. All right, watch this, guys. Aluminum cleaner. You see it already working? Man, yeah. Spit shine. Let that work for a few minutes and we may rinse it off and go back over it one more time. Okay, look how much difference that made. I had to do it 3 times, you know, spray it and wash it off, spray it, wash it off, but I finally got all the gunk off of it. Gonna take the pressure washer and get all of it sprayed off really, really good this last time, and man, yeah. Look at that. This thing looks brand new. There we go, brand new. All right, well, I'm working on it. I'm gonna go ahead and change this foot oil. I just got it in the mail. Golly, they had that sucker tight now. There's a little screw under here. You just pop that out. There's a vent screw right here too. You just, God, pop that out. Woo, this stuff. All right. That is milky right there. You talking about some oil needs changing. Look at this crap. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be blue. Yeah, it don't even look like it had much in it. We'll let that drain out for about 7 hours and then we'll refill it. Yeah, if that foothold has been changed, it's been a long time. If they had it serviced, they didn't service that. I can tell you that right now. Whew. Man, good thing I did that, huh? We may have been locked up out there on the water. The good thing, though, is there wasn't a lot of metal on my magnet here. So that's good. On a positive note, you know. All right, once you get all the crappy oil out of there, you want to put your pump on here. Get you one of these little bottle pumps. You just want to pump it till it starts coming out of this top hole. Man, that oil was bad. Just gonna give her a few extra pumps to get some air and all that, any of that oil that was left. I let that crap drain for about a little over an hour. Stuff did not want to come out. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be like a blue color. Just gonna pump till this bottle empties. Oh yeah, looking good now. Now for the tricky part. Put my top screw back in. And then pump this bottom one out. There we go. Ugh. Get under here and tighten this thing. All right, that's done. Oh. These pumps you can, I got this one off eBay, so they're really not expensive. Ugh. Look at that oil that came out of there. Milky, milky. Definitely needed a change. All right, it's been a couple hours. Let's see how easy it is to fire up now. Come on now. She needs ran now. I can't get over how quiet this motor is. There she goes. Man, she's a smoker. At least we got some LED lights. Still peeing. Old girl wants to be out on the water running. That's what we need to do. Get her out there going about 35 miles an hour. Oh yeah. This thing's been sitting so long, it needs ran. May let it run for about 30, 45 minutes. If you watched the last video, we got the motor running and everything was going great. You know, the water pump was working and I wasn't gonna have to drop the foot. Well, guess what? I'm gonna have to drop it. Some kind of seal has gone bad, is what's happened. I already know it. I already put my motor in drive, so Gonna drop this foot. All right. Well, let's just get this over with, huh? You can't be lucky all the time. Sometimes you just gotta drop the foot, you know? Yeah, it's probably got a bad seal or something. And how am I gonna find this part is what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, she's stuck on there, guys. Stuck on there. Where is my mallet? I have to beat on it a little bit. There was a bolt under here hiding from me. Now she'll come off one way or the other. Come on. This is exactly why I didn't want to take this off. There we go. There's that bolt. Put it up here so I'll forget where I put it. She's loose. Yeah, I can already tell something is not right here. Got dang oil everywhere. I don't even think that was hooked to anything. Oh. Yeah, I'd say we have some issues here. Whew. All right. Yeah, guys, take a pic of that. That is not right. We have got something definitely going on here. Let's go ahead and pop this off, see what we got here. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do all this crap. It is what it is, though, I guess. Yeah, I do believe these gaskets have gone bad. Yes. Now where am I going to find this crap, huh? Guess I'm going to have to get on the internet and see if I can somehow locate these gaskets. Freaking oil everywhere. The impeller housing looks good, and we know the impeller works. So I really just need these 3 gaskets right here. That's what I need, guys. Gonna have to locate them somewhere. I don't know where. Well, give me a little bit and I'll try to find this on the internet. Gosh. What a mess. All right, guys, I did locate a water pump rebuild kit online, thankfully, but I think I have found the culprit. I took the prop off and we got freaking fishing line all in here. So I think we got a bad seal here. Pretty sure, so I'm gonna have to order one of those too, and that should fix our issue. Yeah, it's all milky and gunky in there. I knew we had water coming in somewhere, I just didn't know where, so pop this seal out, check it out. I don't know what kind of fishing line it is, but my gosh. Fishing line, any prop, never a good thing. Well, all right, let me get on the internet again and see if I can locate some of this crap. All right, guys, here's where we're at with the foot here. I ordered a new water pump kit, ordered the propeller seals, O-rings, pretty much every seal that you can put in one of these I have purchased. But we're pretty much at a standstill right now until a couple more days until I get those parts in, then we'll rebuild this thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this console off the boat, maybe start ripping the carpet up. I sure wish there was like a big boat warehouse around here, you know, full of parts, because I hate waiting on parts. I hate starting something and not being able to finish it. If it gets to a point where we don't know what we're doing, we'll just get on the YouTube and sure we can find a video. But let's take this console apart. It sure would be nice if this came off really easy, because I really need this thing off of here to fiberglass everything. You never know. Take this fish finder off here. May have to find me a bin to keep all these parts in, because I'm definitely gonna lose them. All right, what if this right here will pop out? Please don't break. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Gentle. There we go. Bass tracker. Get my tool set here. I really don't want to unhook this steering cable, so I'm going to try to ease this off very gently and then take these bolts out and just pop it out. You know what I'm saying? I ordered me one of these like Milwaukee little socket kits. Been the handiest little thing. Usually I'm scouring my big toolbox to find sockets, but I'm gonna try my best to keep this one semi-organized. There we go. I'm probably the worst person in the world at keeping up with sockets. Come on up there. There we go. It's gonna come off easy or what? Jesus. No. Where is my couple little came off like butter. Woo! Man, yeah. I'm gonna lose every one of these screws. It's got a little pin right here. That ain't coming out. All right. Drill me a small hole here so I can get around this key pin, and then we'll just slide it out. You're not gonna see that anyways. The steering wheel will be covering it up. Actually got a bit right here. There we go. I drilled it in the wrong spot. I have to waller it out just a little bit. You want to come off. There we go. Whew. I had to drill it out right here so I can get around this pin, because that thing ain't coming out. Or I don't know if it even comes out, but our steering wheel is going to cover them holes. It don't even matter. It's just a cover anyways, you know. All right. There's 3 bolts in the inside here. We should be able to just take those out, and this should just pop out. And then we could just take the bracket off the outside. Pop out, you know. Look how organized this is. What is that? Call it 11 millimeter. I can already tell you by the time this boat's done, I'm gonna have about 4 of these missing. Fact. Throw that down right there. Come on. There we go. It should slide out. There we go. Now, we don't have to worry about that. Can leave that on there. Are you telling me there's nuts behind these? Sure. All right. Well, let me just get in here then. What size are these now? These screws on the outside of the console have dang lock nuts behind them. Of course they do. Feels like the right size. 3/8, okay. It's gonna be a little tricky doing this by myself, but I don't know how I'm gonna get these ones back here. I know I got an idea. Get me a super long extension. Now I can reach it, maybe. I can reach it, but I can't. There it is. My arm needs to be about a foot longer. If you think I'm putting those suckers back in there, you've lost your mind. We'll get some dang bigger self-tapper screws just right in there. There we go. What else we gotta unhook here? Oh my God. Get this off and I'll get out there and semi-label the wiring so we'll know where it all goes back. It's got a little 12-volt outlet right here for you can charge your phone with. I didn't even check that. Sure it works. All right. Piece of cake. All right. See what we got here. Okay, this shouldn't. Where'd this wire go? Uh-oh, we've done messed up. Let me get some tape, we'll label these. Look at these wasp nests. Glad those are not in there. Aerator. Air. These two are village. Worst case scenario, if these don't work when we plug them back up, we can just run some new wire, okay? Top left, navigation light, okay? This one's came unplugged somewhere. We'll find it. Bottom, navigation light. Y'all remember all this, okay? There we go. We are not going to get this confused when we put it back together. I can guarantee you that. There we go. We got it out. Whew. Now what? Where is my hat? Oh. Yeah, when you know you got parts scattered everywhere, that's how you know you're having fun. All right. Need to pop this bad boy out. Splinter. Just throw that in there. I'm gonna take this bracket off and then pop this out so we can somehow fix it. This has got bolts under it. Yep. We're just gonna take this whole dang boat apart. Rebuild it from the ground up, you know. I honestly could probably just have, you know, we got the motor running good and then vacuum this thing up and made a quick $1,000 on it, but this way I can put like a lot more time and money in it, and, you know, and then still sell it and make, you know, less money. It's a good business plan. It's not always about money. I like doing this stuff. Okay. Guess we're gonna have to drill these rivets out. This has nothing to do with the boat, but has anybody priced drill bits lately? They're freaking outrageous. Ah, hot. There we go. These switches are kind of faded, but they all work, so I'm gonna spray some like black spray paint over them. It'll work. There, we got everything labeled. Never gonna get this back together. We got our console completely disassembled. Hey, I got this decal in today. Let's check it out. Let's see if it's the right size. Either way, I'm shoving it on here. Oh yeah, hey, that'll work. It's a little smaller, but looks a lot better than what's on it now. Dang, $20 for this one decal. Crazy. Let's set this to the side for the second. We'll see if we can weld this thing back together. This may not work, but I got one of these little plastic welders. What the heck is this? All these switch lights are still on here and it's all cobbled together. So I think I'm just gonna leave these in here. You know what? I'm just going to take these off. Should just slide out. It's just like looks just like a butt connector, connecting all these together. Now I should be able just to lay it flat and get everything lined up and just like weld it together. Let's see which one of these is going to work. You see that? That goes on the end of the heat gun, and it basically gets red hot, and it just like welds this plastic together. I think that one looks good. You just put them in these tubes. All right, here goes nothing. Smells like burnt plastic. There's one. Let's go ahead and get the other one done. See, check it out. We got a solid piece again. Man, yeah. Just take a little pair of pliers and cut the little tabs off of it. Fixed. They have some more like this that's like really narrow. I may take a couple of these and just put in here just for safety, because just in case, you know, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. You always want to have too much than not enough. I think that first one I did was plenty, but now we got 3 pins per break. If it comes apart now, it's not on me. See, check that out. Like it never happened. Now we can take some sandpaper and scuff it up good and get that chrome paint and repaint it. I mean, if you wanted to, you could take some Bondo and like fill in these cracks and stuff, but listen, we ain't gonna do all that. Chrome paint. You can still see those cracks right there, but it's not broken apart like it was, so improvement. That will do. Ugh. Now for this bad boy. Yeah, she has seen better days. I've seen better days. All right, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some kind of strapping and just strap all this back together. And then we're going to come from the back side and refiberglass it. Then, you know, we'll sand it and Bondo it. Paint this sucker. Need to find some sort of strapping that I could use. All right, so what I've came up with is I've got this old ratchet strap. I'm gonna cut it, and then we'll just screw it and strap it all back together. Gotta use what you got, you know. Cut me a couple straps off of this. Let's try that first. Oh yeah, this will probably work. Maybe. Pull it tight and screw it again. We just need something to hold it together for like an hour. This will work. If you use this method, you want to cut you a hole in it and then put your screw in there. See if I can do this. Perfect. That right there is gonna work. I'm not even worried about these screw holes. We're gonna have to Bondo this thing anyways. There we go. I may put one this way too, because that one's got a bigger gap than the other side. I went to Ace and I was gonna get some of that strapping for like they strap like plumbing pipes up with, you know, it's got the strap that's got the little holes in it, but I seen the price and I was like, well, I think I can just come up with something. So here we are coming up with something. Pull it down tight. There we go. I don't know if you can see it, but right here it's kind of sticking up like a crack. So I may put a strap here and pull it down just a little bit. I might as well while I'm doing it. It's got a couple of big holes right here that are for nothing, so need to fill those in. There's probably some body guy watching me right now just shaking his head. Listen, it's gonna work out in the end. That's all that matters. There we go. Now that joker's level. Now we can just flip it over and fiberglass it. When I get done with this thing, it's gonna be solid as a rock. Went to Ace and found this fiberglass repair kit. This is all we need. It comes with plenty of fiberglass to do what I want to do. You can buy the bigger sheets, but you might as well just cut more than you need because you don't want to be doing this once you get it all mixed up. You just want to go. Go, go, go. I hate the smell of this resin. Hate it. It always gives me a headache. Well, why don't you put a mask on? It's a good question. It doesn't take much of this hardener. There we go. Plenty. Let's set it up in about 5 minutes. All right, I think we're ready. A little bristle brush. All right, guess we'll start on this side. Putting like 3 to 4 pieces per corner. If that doesn't hold it, woo, so be it, you know, we'll just leave it. Just want to work it, get like all the air bubbles out of it. This resin's already setting up just a little bit. You don't want to put too much hardener in it because this stuff can combust. There we go. That should hold it together now. Maybe. Well, we got that done. Now what? Something I forgot to mention earlier, whenever you're messing with all that wiring, like unhooking that wiring under that console, unhook your battery so you don't have no fire. Oh. Well, all right, guys, I just had the fight of my life. I thought to myself, I'm gonna pop that live well lid off, you know, and see how I can fix it. This sucker was like bolted from behind and all the bolts were like welded on there. I had to drill like 3 or 4 of these bolts out just to get the freaking thing off. But as you can tell, right here, it's like broke. So I'm gonna use my plastic welder and try that first and see how that does. It may hold it together good. I still don't know why they would put a dang plastic lid right there. It's in the most traveled spot of the boat. I'm gonna try to weld this, we'll see. It may not hold up. I was really just gonna like fiberglass it back together, but I just don't know if that fiberglass is gonna stick good to this plastic. So I'm gonna try this welder first. See how that does. It's really only broken in this one corner. The rest of it's pretty solid. Got all kind of different angles and little, I don't know what you'd call these things, fittings that goes on the end of the ear. So surely I can put enough in here to make it sturdy again. All right, let's try to get this corner. Hey, that's already holding it together really good. That may work, guys. There's a crack right here where this rivet is. I'm gonna drill that rivet out so I can fix that. There's about 8,000 rivets in this boat, so. Yeah, just heat it on there and then let it cool off for a second and just pull it out. Trying to show you how it works. It just like melts the plastic together and puts a metal piece in between it. By gosh, they have little pieces too, like this. I can get it on here. It's like for corner pieces. Perfect for what we're needing. Just weld this corner back together. This doesn't work. I'm gonna just like build a box out of metal and just weld it together and do it like that. But I'm gonna give this a shot first. There we go. You see that? Cut these tabs off. That may work. All right, I'm gonna put about 40 more of these in here. Overkill. Okay, can you see it? Check that out. Feels a lot more solid now. May put just a couple more in here. All right, can you see all that? We have rebuilt it, guys. That right there. Yeah, it ain't going nowhere. Get on eBay and pick you up one of them plastic welders. Best thing I ever bought. All right, let's give it the old 220-pound test here. Oh yeah. Hey, if I'd have hold my weight, that's all we need. All right, guys, we are back out here the next morning. This stuff, solid as a rock. I think we're gonna be set. We're gonna get to sanding this thing and repairing it, but I'm gonna show you this lower unit first real quick. Another thing I have noticed is this prime bulb looks brand new, but this line, it's got this old line and it's hard as a rock. So I'm gonna go get some like black fuel line and replace these fuel lines because that's probably swelled up in there if I had to guess. But we're gonna replace that and I'm gonna show you this lower unit real quick. Still haven't got the parts there, but I think I'm supposed to get some tomorrow, but I got it tore apart. All right, this lower unit, I've got a complete mess over here. I've got it disassembled. This little bushing right here, I don't ever have good luck with this thing. It always breaks, but I ordered a new one, so it actually broke on me, but I got the carriage out, but I did notice right here, I did like a little pressure test on it, and this drive shaft assembly is got some bubbles coming up through it, so ordered a new one of those. Gonna take that out and replace it, put a new O-ring in it. My water pump and all that, this bottom housing looks fine. And a little tip on these that I found, you don't have to use it, but if you don't have like a puller to get your carriage out, you can take a, where's my thing at? Here you go. You can take one of these and pop your top vent out and just, I had it set on like 20 PSI. You just, and this carriage just popped right out. Sometimes that works. We got lucky on this one. Sometimes you have to get your puller on here to pull it out, but on this, my bearing here, everything looks great. I ordered a new O-ring for right here. I'm gonna pop these out and change these prop shaft seals whenever I get them in. I'm not gonna pull them out right just yet, but do all that, change that, get my new seals here, get my new drive shaft assembly in, build my water pump. This thing is gonna be freaking rock solid now. Whew. So long story short is we're replacing every O-ring we can find, every gasket, every seal. If it leaks after that, you know, freaking take it out back and roll it down a hill. I've got the foot completely disassembled. I'm just waiting on some parts to come in. We'll go ahead and rebuild that console, and I'll go get some fuel lines and we'll do that. That's all we can do today, really. Like I said before, whenever I put my cowl on, the engine will run for about 2 minutes and then it'll like die out. It's almost like it's starving for fuel. I think it's those fuel lines that just like swell up in there. I did check the gasket around the cylinder head there, and I don't see anything where it would be leaking or anything where exhaust could come out. So I'm gonna do the fuel lines first, and if that don't fix it, we may have to pull that cover off and replace that gasket, but it's probably the fuel lines. Another thing, the more I keep looking at this carpet, the more I'm thinking I'm not gonna change it. I think I'm gonna get everything reassembled, and I'm gonna pressure wash the crap out of this carpet, and then you'll suck it dry with the shop vac, because this carpet really looks brand new. There's not any tears in it anywhere. So I think I'm just gonna clean it up. There's no need to replace it if it don't need replaced, you know. All right, well, let's put about a gallon of Bondo on this console. Oh yeah. In case you haven't noticed, I'm not a certified mechanic, so don't take any of this crap I'm saying to the bank. I'm just YouTubing it like everybody else, you know, so you do your own thing. Let's take these straps off. Let's see if my patchwork holds together. Oh yeah, that didn't move any. All right, let's see if we can get this old decal off. Maybe it's not stuck on there too bad. Oh yeah, it's coming off. Slowly but surely. I kind of eyeballed it at Ace, but this is what I came up with. Pretty close. It'll work. I thought about doing it black, but then I was thinking, well, black's gonna show every little, you know, imperfection. If I have any, you know. It may turn out perfect. I doubt it. What I'm gonna do first is I got this little flap disc. I'm just gonna go over it and just take all these like big cracks and grind them down the best I can. That way we can go back and fill it with Bondo, you know. There we go, that's better. Just kind of taking any of these like big cracks off and smoothing them out. This little part right here is kind of cracked out. This is where the windshield used to sit, I believe, but we ain't gonna find no windshield. There's a little piece right here that was like really flimsy. I just cut that out. Did away with it. There we go. Get my sander and then we'll sand this thing, put some Bondo on it. Show y'all my fancy sander. I don't know who makes this thing. Max XT sander. It's like an electric DA sander. This is probably one of the best things I've ever bought. It will blow an iron DA sander out the water. Got some 100 grit we're gonna start with. Power this thing on. Man, yeah. See that thing? We want to get all this old cracked up peeling clear coat off of here. If you're this stuff is plastic, if it starts to kind of like want to heat up and like bunch up on you, you can take some water and spray on there, maybe just hand sand it off, but so far it's doing pretty good. I got some of this like Diablo sandpaper at Ace. It's not the greatest. It'll work. Oh yeah, it's already looking a lot better. This thing right here. I'm just gonna leave that on there. We'll just paint it to match. The town I live in is like 2,000, 2,500 people. I can't just run down to the auto body shop and grab some great sandpaper. I either have Ace or Ace, okay? Ace is the place with all the hardware crap. I may have to wash this hoodie later. I just blow myself off, you know. On these edges where I hit it with that flap disc thing, it's kind of like it burnt the plastic, so get some of this and just take some water. Just go over it by hand, you know. Smooth it out. I'm gonna have to hand sand on my little cracks here. This thing may not come out perfect, but it's gonna be a heck of a lot better than what it was. I can promise you that. Well, all right, let's clean it off and see what we got. All right, we got it dried off. We'll go back and sand anywhere else that needs it. Then we'll slap some Bondo on this thing. It's about time for the second monster of the day. Oh yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but where they had this fish finder at, about 700 screws right there. Looks like they had about 17 different fish finders on this thing at one time. Basically, if you have anything left on here that's shiny, like this little corner right here, still got a little clear coat on it, sand that crap off. All right, we're getting our Bondo mixed up here. There was about an inch left out of this can. This can costs like $23. You'd think it'd be plumb full, but when you're putting your hardener in, you just want to mix enough in there to get it a good light blue color. All right, let's put this stuff on here. We're probably going to have to put several coats on here, so we're just trying to fill in the big cracks right now. We'll go back with a lighter coat and get everything smoothed up. We got about 500 little screw holes in here. Fill those up. Fill in this big old crack over here. I can understand, like on a car, you wouldn't want like super thick Bondo, but this is just a console, you know. We're just trying to make it look pretty. It's not going to be flexing and moving like a car. Hopefully, anyways. When you get into the 80s model stuff, You gotta fix what you got, cause you may find a console for it, but it's gonna be about $800. Yep. They sure like those things. All right, let me get all my little screw holes filled up. All right, that's good enough for the first coat. We'll sand this down and go back over it again. There's kind of like a little dip right here. May just fill all that in with Bondo, smooth it out. Yeah. While I'm waiting for that Bondo to cure out, I went and got some of this 3/8 gas line. I'm gonna put this in here. I got all they had left, so I sure hope this is enough. I'm gonna use these old fittings. God, this gas line is, that gas line literally just broke in half. Okay, that may be not good, but I'm gonna use these old fittings. They should be good. Clean them up, put them back on here. Yeah, your gas line is not supposed to break in half. God, I can't even cut the crap off. I could just break it off. Just break it in half. There we go. Jesus. Oh. All right. Oh no, I broke the fitting. That's not good. I dang broke the gas fitting. Can't have nothing. Nah, gosh. All right, let's get this out of here. Guess I'm gonna have to order another fitting. Look at that. Look at this gas line. It's not supposed to do that. Well, crap. I got one fitting. Go ahead and prop my bulb off here. Got gas all over that battery. May need to clean that off. Jesus. Man. This bulb looks brand new. Why would they replace the bulb and not this dang junk? I don't know. Cannot believe I broke that fitting. We're blaming the gas line, not me, okay? I don't know. I may just order another bulb too. Well, let's put this on hold then, I guess. Order them. Then we'll run the fill line, guys. We didn't want to run it right now anyways. Guarantee you though, that's why it's not running right. That crap's probably swelled up. Taking these clamps off. I'm keeping them. Rest of it we can throw in the trash. We'll scratch that. We'll do that another day. Okay, I'm back. I located one of these connectors on eBay. $10. Somebody came in here and broke this one. But I got this one cleaned up real good. I'm gonna go ahead and run my line up through here and get that connected. And I ordered a new bulb. We'll just put a new bulb and fitting, all that together. You know what I'm saying? See if I can get this ran up in here. Let me put some gloves on. All right, let's run this up through here somehow. Oh my God. Come on. Yeah, I'd say that gas line was bad. That's probably the reason it was dying out on us. There we go. I like to use this black line anyways. That other stuff is junk. It's got like a membrane in it, and when that gas sits in there, it just swells that thing up or collapses or all kind of crap. This is actually a ring on like what you would use for like PEX pipe. That's what I'm gonna use instead of these other things. Ugh. If I can get the son of a gun on there. Yeah, I thought I was just gonna change this line real quick. Yeah. That's the fun part about working on stuff. You break half of it, you gotta buy that. All right. See, that's on there. Take our crimpers. Crimp this sucker up. Ain't gonna be leaking no gas out of this, I can tell you that. There we go. There we go. That joker's not coming off there now. Ain't no way. Let's get it screwed back in here. Oh, God. Slipping. All right. We got that one fixed. Ran through here. Now we just need to wait until all that other stuff comes in, and we'll put all that together. Yeah, if you want to make sure your gas line's secure real good, pop one of these bad boys on there. Our Bondo is good and hard now. We're ready to sand. I've been looking for about 20 minutes for my sanding block. I can't find it anywhere. I need to get more organized. Where the heck is it? Hey, I found it. It's on top of my dang tile cutting saw over there in the corner. Who put it there? I found some 80 grit. Uh-oh. We're about to chew through this. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. If there's one thing I hate, it's sanding. Let's get to the fun part where we're painting it, making it pretty. Screw this. I'm gonna take my DA and knock a lot of it off. 180 on my DA. Knock the most of it off, then we'll go back over it and finish it with the block. Oh yeah. I should have started with this. Well, get me a mask. I have me one of these fancy full face respirators. Oh yeah. I've got some 80 grit in this stuff. Man, yeah. Yeah, that sand and dust ain't good for you guys. Need to wear a respirator. If you've watched the video this long, consider hitting the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Oh yeah. This is definitely going to be a lot better than it was. This thing was cracked up like Charlie Sheen. I think we're ready for another coat. I think I got it all sanded off smooth. Maybe. All right, let's repeat the process. May have to do it 2 more times, I'm thinking. We're gonna repair whatever this little jar of Bondo will repair. I'm not buying no more of it. Where's my hardener? Okay. Try to get my Bondo a little bit smoother this time. We got all the major cracks filled in. If you've never used Bondo before, there's nothing to it. Don't worry about messing it up. You can just sand it off if it looks like crap. Sand it off and try it again. All right. I'm gonna put me a big old glob over here because it's got a little dip in it right here. Just gonna fill that up. Glob on here. There we go. Let's kind of level it out a little bit, you know. Smooth. Hey, the smoother you get it, the less you have to sand. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. I think we sand that and put us one more coat on it and we'll be ready to prime this sucker. I mixed a little too much that time. Be fine. All right, let's see what we got here in the mail. Maybe this is the right kit. Hey, that looks right. There's my prop shaft seals. That back in there. Looks like the right one. Can't believe it. Oh yeah. Well, my impeller's not in here. What the heck, guys? Where's my impeller? I know I ordered an impeller. Well, I got another package coming in the mail sometime. Maybe it will have my water pump impeller. What the heck? I need to go back and look at my order. All right, guys, I'm back. It turns out I didn't even order an impeller or a faceplate. So I ordered them. Probably get them Saturday. As you can tell, it already looks a heck of a lot better. I'm gonna wipe this off real quick and we'll prime it. Then we're gonna paint this sucker. I bought the best primer in the world, Rust-Oleum. Filler and sandable. That's what we need, filler. Jesus, all right. Here we go. This thing looks so much better. Give it another 40 years now. Let that dry. We'll lightly sand it, paint it. Can't believe we got to this point today. We got the old Rust-Oleum. This is gonna look good. It's the closest thing to the original color I could find. All right, I got one of these little hand sprayer deals here. That'll work. Oh yeah, here we go. Hey, that's pretty close to that original color. We ain't too far off. Probably put 2 coats of this paint on here. It's got just like a couple little stress cracks right here, but I ain't worried about it. shows its age like that. Don't want to make it too perfect. All right, let's let that dry. Put one more coat on it. Spray some clear on it. We got this thing whooped. Scratch out all the crap when we put it back in there. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have an extra can of paint, so on the next project, if we have to do this again, it's gonna be painted brown. Trying to use this whole can. Well guys, I do apologize. I forgot to hit record. I just sprayed it with some clear. Turned out really good. Used some of this Raptor liner, 1K, 5 times tougher. Didn't run it anywhere that I can see. Just had enough for like one really thick coat of clear, but look how good that looks. Shining like a diamond. Diamond clear. That's what we wanted. I hate you didn't get to see me spray that because I pretty much sprayed it like an expert. All right, guys, check it out. It's got a couple little stress cracks right here, but I ain't worried about it. That steering wheel will cover that up. Much better than it looked at the beginning of the process. Well, I'm gonna leave it here for at least a day. Probably ain't gonna mess with it tomorrow. So we'll leave it here for a couple days, let it get really good and cured up. Then we'll put this thing on and scratch the crap out of it. All right, guys, we're back at it today. We finally got all the parts in for this lower unit. So I think I'm gonna put that together real quick. Let me show you my fancy lower unit stand I just made. It's nice. All right, guys, check this out. My little butcher block here, I cut a little slit in it. How nice is that? If I have a bigger lower unit, I could just cut me a bigger slit in it. Perfect. You don't need this fancy lower unit stand. You just cut you a slit in it. That's all you need. All right, we're about to reassemble this. I think we got everything. Maybe. I guess I'm gonna start by putting the water pump together. Then we will pop these prop shaft seals out and replace those. Put that back together. All right, start with our bottom gasket. Gotta be careful with these. Brand new, we don't want to rip them. Then goes our face plate. Perfect. Then our top gasket. There we go. All right, pop this old impeller out. Thing's about wore out, I think. Might as well put a new one in here. All right, let's get this in our little housing here. Come on. Gosh, this sucker didn't want to go in there. Okay, got that in. Now the tricky part, we got our little pin here. We got to put this in and this at the same time. Well, that impeller should not leak, guys. Thing is on there now. Find my pinhole. All right, we finally got the impeller in here. Whew. That was a little bit of a fight. It's cold out here. That stuff don't want to move. Whew. All right, put our housing on. Okay, we just bolt these back on here now. Maybe I did that right. If I know one thing, we're gonna have some pressure coming out of our pee hole this time. Tighten this baby down. We need to make sure we lube our shaft up. That feels tight enough. Ugh. Oh yeah, that should be better. We got a washer to go out here on the outside of it. Perfect. She's sealed up now, by gosh. Now for the fun part, getting these bad boys out of here. All right, this is gonna be fun. Let me go find a big old screwdriver. Yeah, those look pretty wore out in there. That's probably our problem. I don't know what our problem is. We're just replacing everything and it should work. Here we go. Oh yeah, she's coming. Slowly but surely. There's one. Ugh. There's our bottom one. Yeah, these things have... Well, guys, here's a prime example why you shouldn't even bother working on your own crap. I done broke it. I cannot believe that. Now I gotta get this freaking reverse gear bearing off here. Ugh. I might as well try to take this off and break that too. My gosh. It's always something. Oh, it can't be easy. All right, now watch me break this gear too. Just watch this. Gosh, I cannot believe that broke on me. Ridiculous. This really ain't the right puller for this, so I don't know. We're gonna try it. Do we think this is gonna work? Absolutely not. Yeah, she's on there good, guys. She's on there good. When I said we was gonna rebuild this lower unit, I meant we're gonna rebuild the whole dang lower unit. Every bit of it. Here we go. Did it move? No. Now I broke my freaking puller. How am I gonna get that out? If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck. Nope. Let me just see how much a new one of these is. I may just order that too. Probably not gonna get that out. Just great. Also smashed my finger. We're having a blast, guys. We got the water pump in. That's all that matters, you know. About an hour later, I got the son of a gun out. Had to put some heat to it, but let me show you what I had to rig up here. What y'all think about that, huh? Had to cut my little puller a little bit, and then I broke this about 75 times, so I had to rig that back up, but I got her out, my gosh. I had to get it out somehow. This reverse gear is like $300 something, so order a new carriage off eBay, so I can just put this back together. We'll just have a brand new one, you know. Rebuild the whole thing. Whew. Oh yeah, you gotta work with what you got, you know. I got it. This bearing's still good, so get this pressed back in the other one. I swear, I didn't think the son of a gun was gonna come out. I had to put some heat to it, and when I did that, popped right out. Hot, is this hot? Mother of God, okay. You had to cut one side off my puller things here because it wasn't gonna fit in there. Weasel it in there. I finally got it. Piece of cake. Well, I guess I'm at a standstill now until I get that sucker in. I thought I was gonna get this thing on the boat today. I guess I could pop this shift shaft thing out. I'm afraid to even take it out. My God, everything's going wrong on here. You gotta have a little special tool here to take this out. Probably gonna break this. This is not going any way of how I envisioned the day going. All right. Sucker was on there now. See how bad this thing is. Whew. That thing has seen better days, I can tell you that. I got a new one here. Yeah, maybe that'll help, I don't know. We'll smidge just a little bit of grease on this O-ring. Might as well. Slide it back on. Oh yeah. All right, I got the new one in. All right, let's put this back in here. Very gently. All right, that's in. Let me get my torque wrench. I'm supposed to torque these at like 50 pounds, so. There we go. She ain't coming off. I can't believe we got that without breaking nothing. Gosh, I still cannot believe I broke that. Well, we got half of it rebuilt. All right, guys, we're back at it the next day. Somebody broke that dang carriage yesterday. We had to walk away for a while, but I got a little special project I'm working on real quick. Then we'll do a bunch of other little crap we got parts for this boat. We don't like too much on it. Really just got to get that lower unit done. And then that console put it back together, cleaned up. Take it out to the water and test it out. Yeah, check out this little project I'm working on. Making my own special tool for this boat. Yeah. Anybody know what I'm making? Man, yeah. Just bend these tabs out a little bit. This little screw-on housing that you have to take out, I always break these. Now, put that in there. It's like 2.5 inch exhaust pipe. You can buy these tools, but they're a lot of money. Hey, this one right here will work fine. Just drill me a hole straight through it. I can just get a screwdriver in there and turn it like that. Don't laugh at me when I show you my old one. Look at this, a dang Yeti cup. Improvement. Hey, this worked for a while. All right, I got that little tool fixed. Got all the parts in for the fuel line. If you remember in the last video, somebody came in here and dang broke that fitting on that tank. I finally got the new one in. Maybe it'll fit. Looks like the same one, so. Oh yeah, that fits. Let's try not to break this one, guys. Got the new bulb. Put all this together real quick. Oh. Put my bulb about right here, I think. Should be good. On that lower unit, I got all the top part put back together, so we may go ahead and put that thing back in there, then we can put the carriage and everything else on, you know, on the motor. So may put this bulb on and get this done, then throw that back in there by myself. Well, the trailer motor battery holds a charge. I charged it all night, so that thing's charged up. It's baby steps, guys. Just one thing at a time. Slide that on there. God. There we go. Do this side. Yeah. Yeah, this black fuel line, this stuff's a lot better than that freaking gray crap. That gray crap ain't worth a crap, you know what I'm saying? ain't worth a crap. Greg crap is crap. I can't find my vice grips. Somebody must have come in here and stole them too. Come on. Get on there, buddy. Man. There we go. Crimp these bad boys on here. There we go. Got a new bulb installed. And then cut my other line about right here. All right, we got that done. Let's put this back in here. There we go. Let's see if we got. I know this is going to be hard for y'all to believe, but we have an issue. You see the old one? You can see straight through it. And this one, it's got some kind of like push pin in there that has to be pressed to let gas in. And apparently that fitting on that gas tank is not set up for that. So I'm going to take a drill bit and drill that out. Probably going to break this. Okay. Let me get a drill bit and just gently insert it, you know. Just a little bit. I think I got all the gas cleaned out of it. Probably exploded in my hand. Maybe this is the right size drill bit. It's gonna drill it out, maybe. I got something out that time. Got the spring out. There we go. You can see through that now. Let me spray some of this parts cleaner down through there. All right, now let me reinstall this, and it should work this time. Now let's pump it. Oh yeah. Believe we got some pumpage now. You hear that? Got gas in the carbs now. Fixed it. Whew. It's nothing easy on this boat. All right, fuel lines are installed. Guess we can put this lower unit in. That's gonna be a blast. About to put this lower unit in. I'm trying to talk myself into it, you know. Whew. I've made sure my lower unit's in forward gear. There's nothing left to do but to just do it, you know. It's just. I need me a screwdriver. That dang shift shaft right there wanting to move on us. I dang lubed that shaft up. Now I can't turn the son of a gun. Sometimes you gotta turn this shaft just a little bit to get it to go right up in there, buddy. I about got it, guys. Put the shift shaft just a smidge. Oh, did y'all see it? Woo, we got it. We got it on there. Oh, all right. Put these nuts on here somehow. This one, man, there's no room for these nuts. There we go. It wasn't that bad. I just had to get that dang shift shaft lined up. That ain't going nowhere. Get our get these big bolts tightened up. further, let's make sure our shift shaft is properly connected, you know. Put it in neutral. Oh yeah, it's in neutral now. Man, yeah. Stick it in forward now. Oh yeah. She's working. Good. Just get all of our bolts tightened back up. She's in there. Lower unit installed. Now we can just go back and when we get everything assembled, just go push it right back in there. Man, yeah, wasn't too bad. All right, I guess we can go ahead and start assembling this console back together. If we can remember, you know. Let's get all of our switches and switch lights put back in. All right. Maybe I can put this back together without breaking this thing. These little switch lights, they must have been some good lights because they all still worked 40 years later. Okay. Looks like all these wires are just jam-packed into one butt connector. All right, let's do that. All right, I think we got all that back the way it's supposed to be. And then all these just plug into the plug, so. We'll go ahead and just, guess we could go ahead and put these plugs back in. I said I was gonna paint these, but hey, they kind of look good like this, so I'm gonna put them back in there. Be gentle. Aerator. Everything is back together. Believe that's right. Grab my console over here. Man, that thing looks brand new. Who did that? I mean, it's not perfect, but major improvement from what we had. Guess I could go ahead and just pop this in here. Stick that through there. This clear coat, it feels pretty solid. Not bad for a rattle can clear coat. All right, come on. Just be gentle, Stacy. You got it. Just slide it in. There we go. Man, come over here and check this out. Hey, that looks 100 times better. Just gonna pop some rivets in this real quick. Need to invest in me one of those air rivet guns. There we go. Well, we got the panel back in. Got a little plug here that goes in. Need to put our steering wheel bracket back on. Guess we can get it over there and see if we can remember how to wire this thing back up. Pop this thing back in there. There we go. Steering wheel mount. Y'all believe I still haven't lost a socket on this new, whoa, don't scratch it. This new tool set I got. I'm a changed man, you know. I'm keeping up with all my stuff now. All right. Believe it's ready to go back in there now. All right, I need to put some crap on this metal here so I don't scratch our new console. Ooh. I'm probably gonna scratch it anyways, but maybe that'll help. All right, let's try to get these wires back in here. Ooh, we got a mess. All right. Okay, so where do we plug these wires in, huh? All right, here's our LED plug. We don't need that right now. All right, we got, where's our bilge? These two go to our bilge pump. Village, and then our plug light. Need it to sit up like this. Let me get one of these life jackets though behind there. Okay, this one is our aerator. Top navigation light. Need to put a plug on this one. All right, guys. I have traced everywhere I can, and I do believe it may be hooked up right. Maybe. Let me hook my battery up, and then we'll test this thing out. All right. I don't see any smoke. That's a good sign. Let me move this crap. Gently place it over here. All right. Okay, let's see. LEDs. Yep. We got LEDs, aerator, got aerator, village, navigation lights. Let's plug those up. Let's see. There's one. What about the front? Front's working too. We got it back together. I don't even think I scratched this thing yet. I still do need to hook up the fish finder, but we got the main stuff hooked up. Village, aerator. Oh yeah. Yes. I can't believe I got all that back together. Woo! There's freaking wires everywhere. All right, let's hook up this fish finder real quick. Run my wires up through here. There's one. Where's the hole at? Gosh, all right, there it is. There's two. Let's get this drilled on here, and then we'll get in there and hook it up. Get this in place. Man, yeah, hey, that looks so much better, don't it? Whew. There we go. Yes. Now I'm gonna have to screw some holes into my fresh paint job. There we go. Oh yeah, let's get this plugged in, make sure that's still working. We about got it. Hey guys, we are back at the shop for yet another day of working on this bass tracker. The plan for today is I need to button up whatever I got left I can do for today, and then I need to get this out of here, and we got a pontoon outside. I need to get that in here and completely take it apart. That's the plan. I've got a couple parts here left I got to paint for the steering wheel. I probably should have done this yesterday so they'd be dry, but we didn't have time. But we're gonna get these painted first, so maybe they'll dry here by this afternoon. We can put this back together, but let's get this painted, and then we got 1,000 little things we got to do before we can get this thing pulled out. Stuff them up good and paint away on them. Is it too much to ask for nothing to go wrong today? That's all I'm asking. I have everything scuffed up good. I think I'm gonna tape this part off because I'm never gonna be able to sand all them little grooves, and it probably would start peeling over time. So we'll tape that off, paint around it. There we go. That's gonna look good, maybe. A little two-tone contrast look. Let's pop a little primer on these. Get our brown shook up. There we go. Much better. We'll let that paint dry for just a little bit. Need to get my trolling motor hooked back up real quick. Let's see. See the freshly painted panel here? Brand new. They had these just wire nutted together. We're gonna go back with that. Oh, if a wire nut won't hold it, nothing will. Ugh. Just stick your wire nut on it, grab you some electrical tape, and just wrap the crap out of it. This is how the professionals do it, guys. Shove it all back down in there. Okay. Let's make sure our trolling motor still works. Oh yeah. We're ready to hit the water. We just need the motor to get fixed. Somebody broke a part on it the other day. There we go. Front panel installed. Oh, now what? I don't know what kind of clear this is, but I found it in my cabinet. It'll work. Better than nothing. Acrylic lacquer, crystal clear. That's what we want. Okay, it's cleared. Let that dry for a while. I'm gonna put the steering wheel back on. I got some riveting to do on the boat, so I guess we'll do that next. Okay, if you watched one of the previous videos on this boat, this console right here on these screws had like screws and had like a lot nut beside it, and they was really a pain in the butt to get out, so I'm going to put rivets back in it. Maybe if they'll fit. Maybe I don't crack my console. Oh yeah, it's holding. Got to get me one of those air rivet guns. Now my dang rivet's stuck in here. Get out of there. I swear. Piece of junk. Am I really gonna have to get out of here and get a bigger pair of pliers? Yep. Gosh, I got it out. Get back in here. Man, yeah, that looks a lot better. I have to drill this one out just a little bit. All right, just a few more down this side. Console will be installed. Got about 5 million life jackets in this boat. There we go. I have not scratched this thing. How is that even possible? Our little 12-volt phone charger that we had doesn't work. I plugged it in the dang everything, hooked it to the battery. Doesn't work, so I'm not even gonna put that back in there. You don't need no phone charger in a dang 85 bass tracker, you know. You go out there to fish, not to charge your phone. Also, if you remember this live well lid, I had the dang fight of my life to get that thing out of there. Those bolts and nuts were just welded together, so I'm gonna rivet that thing back on there too. Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna do this with one hand, but here we go. Hey, there's one. Hey, that's gonna hold a lot better anyways than those piece of crap bolts. Get this other side in. Oh yeah. Perfect. All right, let's just put these other ones and we'll have this thing done. When in doubt, throw a rivet in there. It ain't coming out. There it is. Well, that's done. One more thing done off the list. One more thing I almost forgot about. Whoever put this in, they didn't tighten it all the way. This plate's a little loose, so somehow I'm gonna have to weasel my hand in there and tighten this up. Yeah. Well, let's do that. I think I'm tightening it. Maybe I'm loosening it. I don't know. No, it's tight and tight. Oh, hey. That's already a lot better, just tightening one nut. Well, I'm gonna tighten all these. I won't bore you with that, so get that done. I got all these bolts secure. It's solid now, by gosh. Couple other things I gotta do. I need to somehow weasel myself under that console and screw back on the fuse box and zip tie a couple of them wires in there. Zoop, get the vacuum, clean it up. I almost forgot I gotta put my decal on the front of the console, so I need to do that too. Getting close. Oh yeah! Ugh. Oh my gosh! How am I gonna do this? Ugh. Gosh. That's a tight fit, guys. Where's my zip ties? Just need to zip tie some of these wires up all the way. Oh, there's one. Okay, let's put this decal on here. See what that looks like. All right, now we got one shot, one opportunity to see. Now we just got one shot to put this decal on. Let's see if we can find our center point. 2 foot, so about 1 foot. There's our center. Does that look close enough? I believe so. Somewhere right in there. I believe right there is going to be right. Does that look straight to y'all? Straight enough. We'll do one side at a time. Squeegee it on there. Now to see what it looks like. Hey, that actually matches the paint pretty good. Bass Tracker. Hey, we're official now, guys. We're in the club. Man, yeah. Let me make sure all my stuff still works. Aerator, village, lights. Oh yeah. I didn't disconnect anything. Yes. All right, let's get the shop vac out. Vacuum this baby. Here we go. I'm just gonna get it vacuumed out real good. It really needs pressure washed. Get it all vacuumed, and then I don't know if we'll pressure wash today, but before we take it out to the water, we'll run the pressure washer over it and suck it dry. Get it really clean in. I'm gonna call that good enough. We really need to pressure wash this carpet and then suck it dry. We'll do that a different day, but we got it cleaned up. It looks so much better. All right, before I pull it outside, I need to somehow just kind of seal this up so we ain't got no rats making a nest in there. Seal it up a little bit. Let's see, maybe just put a bag over it and tape the crap out of it. That's what I'm thinking. Let's do that. Oh yeah. That'll work. Kind of seal it up, you know. Seal it up. It's not supposed to rain anytime soon, but if it's gonna rain, I'll pull this sucker back in the shop. There we go. I don't think nothing's gonna get in that. Maybe. There we go. Now this baby's secure. Perfect. Let's see what this looks like. Hey, it looks pretty good like that. I'll leave it like that. Here we go. Money. I didn't really want to paint this steering wheel because you all the time grabbing it and stuff, it'll probably start peeling, but if you wanted to, you can get you one of those fancy steering wheel covers to put on here. I ain't buying one of those. You'll have to get their own. Ugh. Oh yeah. Back in business now. Pop this back on gently. Hey, that looks good. Two-tone look, you know. That's what I was going for to start with. Two-toned. Console is complete. We're just locking the dang lower unit part. We'll have this thing done. Pressure wash it, clean it up, take it to the lake. I'm gonna pull this out and get this pontoon put in here, and I'm gonna start tearing that sucker apart because I gotta get that done for a customer. So that's priority right this second. I still have not lost a socket out of this kit. I'm so proud of myself. Ugh. All right, guys, we finally got this new carriage in. Somebody broke the last one. Oh. Go ahead and take this O-ring out. All right. I believe this is the right one. Can you believe it came with the seals? So I'm gonna have to take those out. I broke the freaking last one. Gonna have to be really, really careful with this one. If I break these, I don't know. We're gonna be super careful. Take our time. Let's pop these out real quick. Whew. Yeah, I'm gonna break it. Where is my screwdriver? Okay, super careful. Gotta be super careful. Easy with it, Stacy. Just gonna baby these out. Just a little bit at a time. It's coming, slowly but surely. Come on. All right. Got one out without breaking it. All right, guys. I got them out without breaking anything. That little pin bearing in there, that looks good, so I'm just gonna leave that. Not gonna take that out. Whew. All right, let's put the new ones in now. Just gonna put a little bit of this thread lock on the outside of it. This right here helps with the vibration. All right, let's get this in here. Get it centered up. I have a 24 millimeter socket. I'm just gonna tap this in here. I believe she's in there, guys. Now for the top one. Get it lined up. It just barely set in there, so that looks about right. I can't believe it. We've got it. Got our new seals in there. Woo. All right, I got the new seals in there. Didn't break anything. Whew. There we go. Now we got to get this reverse gear pressed in here. If I don't break that, we should be able to put everything back together. If I don't break it. Oh God. Let me just clean everything off. I'm just pressing this on with the gear on it and everything, because I do not want to separate these. So let me see what I got. Okay, let's see if we can find a good size for this. Maybe it's too big. I've got a plan. It's not the greatest plan, but it's a plan. I got this socket. I'm gonna seat it right in that little groove right there and just barely press and see what happens. Yep, probably gonna break this thing. Yeah, we're just gonna barely press on this. If it looks like it's gonna go down easy, we'll just send her home. But if it looks like it's not, then we'll figure something else out here. Looks like it's centered up. We're just trying not to break it. Oh, it's sliding right on there, guys. A little bit. Come on. Let me get down here so I can see. Oh, it's on there. Oh. Hey, we're back in business, guys. Back in business. Man, yeah. Yeah, that baby just pressed right on there. All right, I got that in. Got the seals in. Need to put my O-ring on. Whew. Got this thing whooped, finally. All right, let me get my O-ring. All right, let's get this on. All right, we got everything back together. Got the O-ring on, gears on, seals on. Whew. I can't believe it. That went on way too easy, and I didn't break anything, so. All right, perfect. All right, guys, I got the boat back in here. We are ready to reassemble this thing, I do believe. Get this thing put back together and fire it up. Whew. Maybe I did everything right. Probably not. We got the seals and we got the reverse gear pressed back on. That's a win. Now we need to put the shaft through here. Stick it back in. All right. Get everything cleaned back off one more time. Then we'll put some lube on it. I'm gonna put just like a little bit of gear lube on it. Help everything move, you know. See if we can slide this through here. Oh yeah. Man, yeah. I got my O-ring on. I think we're ready to slide this baby back in there. Here we go. There's a little pinhole right here that you got a little pin that goes in here. I'm gonna put that on last, I believe. Everything. Get my pinhole lined up. I do believe that's where it's supposed to go. Let's put it in forward just to make sure. All right, I got it in forward. Oh yeah. We're seated in the right spot, guys. Here's our little pin. I'm gonna take my needle nose and just slide that in there. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see it, but right here, there's like a little slot for your pin to slide in. There we go. Got the pin in. Now that thing won't move on us. Whew. Man, yeah. We got a little plate we got to put on here. All right. Now we got our ring that with the special tool we made. Tighten that back. All right, I think I got it set. My little tool, just snug this thing up. All right, I think we can put our propeller back on now, and we need to put some more gear lube in this thing because our other gear lube was garbage. So let's put the propeller on. Got our nut, propeller, looks like it's in the right spot. A little lock thing, and then our nut. All right, let me get my tool set. Ow. Tighten this up. There we go, guys. We are reinstalled. Now what? All right, that's reverse. Neutral. Forward. Oh, yes. Let's fire this bad boy up. We're gonna need some gear lube in here. I've got some new little seals too that goes on the back side of my screws. We might as well replace that too while we're doing it. All right, take our vent screw out on the top. You just want to pump it until it starts coming out of this top vent hole. You can get these pumps on eBay or Amazon. They're like 10 bucks. They're cheap. I've had this one 4 or 5 years now. Get us some fresh lube in this thing. Man, yeah. Oh, we're coming out, guys. All right, we got fresh gear lube. Clean our foot up real quick. Got some brake cleaner. There we go. Woo! Well, let's put the muffs on her and see what happens. Maybe it won't blow up. Take the cowl off and give her a good glance just to make sure everything's still the way it's supposed to be. Everything looks good. All right, I'm about to fire this baby up. All right, I believe we did everything right. Everything's sealed up the way it's supposed to be. It should run with no problems, you know. Okay. Pump my new gas line up. That gas line is so much better. It still got pressure from the other day when I pumped it up. All right, here we go. Maybe my battery's not dead. I guess I need to turn the water on, huh? I'm gonna burn it up before I even get the thing crunked. Whoa, it's slick right there, guys. I think my battery's about dead, guys. I probably should have charged that. That's my fault. Let me hook the jump box to it. We got P. There we go. Well, guys, our water pump works. Just gonna let it run for a while, then we'll put it in gear. All right, that's forward, reverse. All right, our gears work. Yeah, let that fill up. Before, whenever I put the cowl on, it would run for like a minute, then it would like, almost like it ran out of fuel. If you remember those gas lines I had, I could just break them in half. They were so hard. So I think the gas line was like, you know, had a hole in it or a crack in it and it was losing pressure or something like that. But we're about to find out. If not, you know, do some more research, I guess. I like to run the motors in these tubs whenever I can. You're not supposed to run them extremely long on those muffs. This right here is better. Simulate the water, you know. I can't get over how quiet that motor is. One thing, the water pump is working a lot better. As soon as I fire that motor up, it starts peeing. I'm gonna put it back on the muffs for just for a little bit so I can give it some gas, see what happens. I need to just run it for a while so I can check my oil and make sure it's not milky anymore. That's enough revving on it, okay? Thing sounds pretty good. I think it's gonna move this boat quite along pretty good. Let it run for a little bit with the cowl on, see what happens. We may have it fixed. Back before, it would have died by now. About a minute, it would like run out of fuel. Sounds a lot better now. I love these two-stroke motors, guys. Woo! It's running real strong now. Seems like it's getting plenty of fuel. Man, yeah. I'm ready to take it to the water. Man, that thing is sounding good now. Them older two-strokes, man, you gotta get them warmed up, you know. It takes a little bit. They don't like to crank in the cold or after sitting for a while, but once you get that thing fired up and get everything lubed up, it's like these older guys, they get warmed up, you know, taking off. All right, now for the most important part, we need to pop our drain hole out and check our fluid. Last time I ran it about 30 minutes and checked it, and it's all milky and stuff, so I'm hoping it's blue this time. See if all my redneck fixes fixed it. Whew. If not, you know, I don't know what we're gonna do. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. That's the color it's supposed to be, not milky. Yeah, last time it was all milky to crap. All right, let's get this back on here. I say we fixed it, guys. Oh, woo. Yeah, last time I ran it about 30 minutes and I ran it about 30 minutes this time, and last time I popped that out and it was freaking gray, milky looking. Now it's the color it's supposed to be. So we have successfully fixed the lower unit. That's what I'm talking about. I think we can take it to the lake now and do some fishing. Feel like it's gonna run like a champ. So probably next time you see me, we'll be taking this bad boy out. See if we can catch us some big old bass. We're going every bit at 25 miles an hour. Well, guys, we're catching fish out here on the boat. I ain't keeping score or nothing, but it's 3-0 as of right this second, so I don't know what he's doing. This son of a gun's now caught up to me. 3 by 3 now. What are you doing back there?